Hello guys, my name is Jana and welcome to our regular Wednesdays lives at Mail Order Bride Scams. Guys, I am glad to be here with you and we have something special planned for you. We are still completing data, but rest assured you will be not disappointed. Your jaws might just drop to the floor when our special is released for all the world to see, proving once again how fake these big dating sites are. So please stay tuned, prepare yourselves for this special, unveiling to how fake these scam agencies are. So you will be not be disappointed. So what I would explain you what we're going to do again. We have list of top 99 scam sites. You can check this list, this information in the description below to this video. You can just click to this link and you will check the list. Guys, let me know please here who is online in the chat or probably when you will watch the rerun of this live stream. Are you using right now or ever used any of those sites? And what we actually doing step by step every time we go to a new site which has scam reputation, we creating a fake profile of a dirty and old man. Why we're doing that? I would show you a picture. One second. Why we're doing that? Exactly to show you that doesn't matter how you look like, what is your age, you still would be popular there, receiving plenty of those invitations, letters, pictures, and so you see something like that. What's gonna happen if such guy in reality would text to any of our women, even not old, not dirty, uh, even average looking? Guys, I give you almost a guarantee that in 90% cases, this man wouldn't receive any response if you would text somewhere at free platform. At scam sites, in a magic way, the picture is different, and plenty of guys without even pictures at their avatars receiving hundreds of emails every day from different ages of ladies. And even if you would mention that, for example, your preference about the age group is from 40 plus, you still they wouldn't respect these boundaries and they still would send you these invitations. Majority of these invitations has very playful and provocative character, which again very untypical for our women and especially for women with the serious intentions, because those sites they present themselves like they are dating platforms where you can find your soulmate. Is this really truth? Of course not. And if you ever can find the real information with the statistics, I don't think you will. But if it was possible, to check the statistics, how much users they have in reality, up to 1 year, okay, statistics, and how much couples met in reality, and how much couples got married during their all, years business, or even take a range in 1 year. So guys, give me please feedback. Did you ever used those sites? What was your experience? I am here to give you tips because today's our like warming topic, yeah, is exactly romance dating scammers hack step-by-step guide. Because I want to prepare you to explain you how it works behind the scenes. And you, if you are a newbie to this dating, international dating world, as a newbie, you can be just misled and probably would not know the information to pay attention for. And you will just miss all the red flags which obviously exist on these sites. And I understand that many men who are single and feel themselves quite lonely, especially during holidays time, they want to receive any kind of communication, warmth, attention, communication with the stunningly beautiful lady. Of course, it is pleasant for every man. You are guys love with your eyes. Of course, you would love to talk to, especially when a young hot woman texting you like, "Oh, you're so nice, you're beautiful, you an interesting man. Do you want to meet in reality? Tell me about that. I want to know closer you and everything about you." You're receiving attention, and one of hacks uh, which scammers using is exactly they want to know a lot of information about you. It seems like they have interest, they paying attention, yeah, to get you better. But this is just a hook. By psychology, if just psychological tips, okay. If you want uh, that a person would have good impression about you, you would better ask more personal questions about your opponent. Okay, so any kind of dialogue debates you have with the future partners, with the colleagues at, I don't know, new party, at new friend circle. If you want to have good impression about yourself, better to talk more about the person, about your opponent. By nature, we are guys human beings, we are very selfish, and of course we like when someone talking about us and giving us compliments, to being highlighted in a positive way. Everybody like that. So scammers use in this technique, first of all, it gives them more options to have a dialogue with you. The more questions they would ask you, the more stories you would be able to share, the more you would be involved in this communication. Each communication, so one more letter or one more minute of chat, first of all, they still earning, and their major task is exactly to keep you, to tight you as much as possible, exactly to trap you, to be involved, to get involved in this communication. And for our regular viewers, you already know that it's a hired employees who work in there. They being claimed, as translators, but in fact, it's any sex, so it can be male or female employee who using profile of a beautiful woman and making a chit chat or correspondence with any profile who reach into them. And as well, they are they do an initiative. Okay, they send in multiply emails to all the members what they have in the men's gallery at this site. And this employee has a regular shift, so it's a real working place. And during this shift, they need to send as much emails as possible and reply for any chat, for any correspondence, exactly to keep few men, attached. When you build in this dialogue, when you even answering with one letter, even if you have this, for example, those scam sites as well using such hooks as, for example, they would give you trials, okay? So you can have 3 days of trial, so maybe certain amount of emails which would be for free for you. Guys, it is a known hook of all the scammers. Different, not only romance scammers, all type of scammers using that. With the pyramids, with everything, it worked the same way. So first, deal would be kind of beneficial for you or would be free for you, and then you being hooked, and then you started to pay and they starting to earn, and this is exactly their goal. So when you're using these trials and you correspondence for free or participating in the chat, and they receiving these emails and with those questions, what they asking you, and probably as well try to share about themselves, about the owner of the profile, I would say that majority of this information, of course, would be absolutely fake. So it's up to, they can have some basic information about the owner of the profile, for example, your occupation, her profession, probably, yeah, and she would send, the owner of the profile would send pictures of herself, which as well they would use as attachments, again, to warm your appetite. And when you can see that stunning, beautiful lady talking to you, asking you questions, sharing about herself, proving some things with the pictures, usually those pictures kind of provocative. So usually it won't be some innocent picture when she working in the office, you know, at a uniform. Usually it would be some bikini pictures, something else, what would please your eyes. And it works exactly this way. Don't you guys love with your eyes? Of course, you would love what you see. And of course, you feel yourself very special to be honored to talk exactly to this beauty. First of all, guys, you might understand that you don't talking to her. She doesn't even know that you exist. So you just pleasing your fantasy and paying for communication with some employee who has no any empathy to you. And you know what, even like my like guess or conclusion even here, I thought about this, like there are some even good looking young guys who like average or above average, like can be okay providers. So they're not just, you know, like some cheap guys who never able even to come to visit or, you know, to provide for a family. I had a thought like, don't they ever, didn't they ever meet really appropriate men who, you know, can be interesting as a partner in a perspective? Don't they want? But uh, really, in reality, majority of those women usually single. You know why? Just because of their values and morals. Just because usually such women who live in because they have few admirers, sponsors, and so on. You understand it's not very desirable women for in reality. So any man would take her seriously if a man, especially here in Ukraine, uh, it's visible immediately for men, for women. So we can rate every person we dealing with, right? So you can understand if person is average and has like average working place and has average lifestyle, nothing wrong with that. But I mean, you would understand this by lifestyle, by outfit, by manners, by places this person visiting, by the way person spending vacations, by electronic items he using. Yeah, so all this information exactly helps you to make a conclusion about his life status in general. The same with a woman. So every time when you can see a woman who is super fancy looking with a very expensive outfit, who, you know, has the latest iPhone Pro and visiting constantly islands vacations and different type of uh, trips. But in fact, usually this woman, I don't know, like doesn't has a high position somewhere at her career. So usually it's some person who temporary not working or working as something, you know, uncertain, but definitely obviously she cannot provide for this lifestyle. It would be a clue for any person, for any man to understand that she is not the one who paying her own bills and purchase all these items and vacations, of course. And men understand that some other man exist or exists, yeah, in plural um, amount who paying for men, it would give exactly a hint that this woman not serious and playing around or sleeping around, for all these life benefits. This is wise conclusion. Usually it works in reality exactly this way, especially when a woman is, her communicative skills proven then that she is not that much serious. She is there, party, there, vacation, there, next vacation again, and so on. So usually that type of women, they are okay to have some side, not work even, it's not work for them. Everything they need to do is just to throw their pictures, probably some short videos. It is not difficult to do. Such women, they usually quite narcissistic and enjoy their own look and doing million of selfies, especially from fancy restaurant bathrooms. I'm smiling because it really is. And it's visible indoors. So usually it's a typical profile, typical description of a typical scammer. And first of all, they not seriously in search, at least, to communicate or to meet with someone they never even communicated and saw. And this employee, this translator who actually doing this communication instead of the owner of the profile, has no these plans. This translator cannot say to you, you're a good guy, so I don't want to scam you, but in reality you would never meet this woman, and but I interested to know you, or something like that. So in fact, I don't know any case personally. Me didn't face any case when a man was able, to successfully communicate out of the site, to meet in reality, and especially to start relationships. So of course, if men could be successful, this man wouldn't reach next, right, to any other marriage agency, just because he can be successfully in relationship. But I never heard that this happening, and at least this way, what I can see, it's impossible to happen. The way scam sites building all the process. So in fact, then I facing with the guys and hearing all the stories. And guys, you cannot probably even imagine how much stories we have. So every man who reaching to Match Guaranty is for consultation as a prospective client, just to learn, just to saw some ad and reaching to us. I cannot say that even every second person used some sites in the past and spent, I would say average would be from $2,000 up to 20. This is very, according to my statistic, very average amount. Not even every second, I mean, it's more often. Almost every guy who reach into Match Guaranty has this past scam experience as a victim. So he used some site, it didn't work out. I'm glad if a man can find out this quite fast and understand, okay, I'm already 3 months on this site and nothing happens. And then men understand that probably it would be next as well, that nothing would happen. Nothing serious in general cannot happen at this site. So, and they just live in this site, strong guys, good enough, for them that they able to just escape. No regrets. They understand, okay, I paid for this, but at least not a big harm, no emotional harm. But many guys receiving not just financial loss, but as well they receiving this emotional harm, just because when you're communicating to someone 1, 2, or even 3 months every day in a row, and you already built all this attachment with all the stories, you put your soul, you shared about your life, your past experience, your present situation, and your future goals. You probably love together, dream together about something. And then this man understand she's a fake. She doesn't look, heard some stories that, okay, because I had this past experience, I'm not ready to move on. And man close himself completely to try even to start with someone real, just because he mentally not at this position when he can trust to a woman and start anything with anyone. And of course, you understand that it's not pleasant experience. It is not good. It's mental damage. So, guys, what we did, we want to show you the upside down. Okay, so we went to those sites as to each of them. Yeah, the list is big, so we starting from one, the most popular site, and then we will go step by step and do the same things on each side. So we creating this profile of man who is 71 years old, who is short, obese, no picture, rude, inappropriate description about what weird things he going to do or his goals or his habits. So obviously this is ugly description and must uh, not just attract, but every line there is a red flag for any woman, for normal woman, that this guy is really real weirdo. But in reality, you would see with your own eyes that it works and how it works. I as well, due to my profession right now, due to things I'm doing and working with our clients who were scammed in the past, I as well able to see receipts, so some screenshots of messages, what scammers doing when they already attached to clients, when they already in a communication. For me, guys, it's really like very obvious that no any real interest and chemistry there. For me, it's very obvious that this is just fake communication when a woman trying to approach you and to hook you for this communication. Even then, if they meet in person, unfortunately, still things don't changing, and men receiving more and more emotional and financial scam. And the way these women talking to you, very far from reality, from what you can receive when you have real emotional connection with a woman. Plenty of times I repeated here that any serious woman who's seeking for serious relationships, she would not first of all waste her time to someone who doesn't suit to her standards. Why she should communicate with a man without any intentions, without any interest. So if woman communicating with you just being friendly, guys, she doesn't need that. Uh, if she has some other goals to take an advantage from you, then it explains everything. And still, this communication is very different from that communication which you can receive from a real person who wants to build something with you. And again, for me, the major factor, it would be how much time women want to involve in this communication, invest in this communication. Uh, because this attachment would be the major indicator of your interest. And of course, this time on the scam sites doesn't count just because exactly on a scam site. So if you ever tried, believe me, I heard this plenty of times. If you ever tried, just as well share with me in comments. On these scam sites, dating sites, men can communicate hours in a row every day, 2 3 hours in the chat, letters back and forth. And as soon as you would exchange personal contacts for that sites, at least who doing this, who not avoiding to do this, because many scammers, they even wouldn't give a contact of this woman. So those sites who actually letting you exchange the contacts, and of course you need to pay for this exchange. It's not for free. It's not like the next day after you first chat you offering like let's go out, and she would say to you, no, 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 I'm not ready, I need to feel myself secure. Here I have a translator. My English is not very good, but translator helps me, so I don't feel stressed. I feel myself protected. Protected from what? What can you do on distance? It's not like you offering to meet a lady the next day after the chat at night, to go somewhere to the forest, right? What kind of protection she receiving on the side? That you wouldn't harass her. One block button can solve all the problems. She not forced to share her home address, just phone number. Yeah, it is enough for communication out of the site. But no. Okay, so when she agreed to exchange personal contacts, the amount of communication comes to almost zero, and she start to find excuses. I'm busy. My English is not good. Let's return back to the site because it's difficult for me to communicate. Nobody, with these technologies like Viber and Telegram, they have installed translator, and people able to communicate in their native language, and even not to copy and paste to go to translate this with the Google Translator or GPT chat. To copy and paste is not difficult, but to have integrated translator, you have to do nothing. Everybody knows how to use that. Everybody has smartphone, and this amount of knowledge is about electronics and modern technologies. So of course it is a bullshit. And guys, you might see that. If you really think that you can go to this site and be a lucky unicorn who would be lucky and happy to meet this honest woman there, guys, unfortunately, you most of all you would be wrong. It's good to be confident. It's good to have beliefs, but unfortunately, um, it's not a correct place where good women exist. Accidentally can happen, but you see the thing again, pieces by pieces. I collect in the full picture. I have acquaintance, a friend of mine from my city who signed up as a bride to match Guaranty, and she said, last year I tried to use some agency, and they asked my pictures and so on, but 3 months, no any request, nothing happened. They just asked more pictures and so on, and she doesn't have any provocative pictures, so she is average looking, just a good lady. So she doesn't have any things like that, like islands and bikinis. No, she's a single mom, everything is fine with her, so her pictures would be average. The thing is that she is not personally there at this site, and even if any good man could exist there, the thing what I explained previously, she cannot see. And the job of translator, of this middle person who exactly talking instead of the owner of the agency, the purpose and the goal of this translator is to earn money, to provide for their life, their families. It can be whatever age and whatever sex of person. So of course, translator doesn't not interested to make it happen, to make this man escape out from the site and create this communication with the owner of this profile, and to lose money. So the owner wouldn't even know. I mean, at least those owners who can be serious, okay, simple ladies. And every normal person would understand, okay, I don't see any result here. That looks weird. That looks suspicious. So that my friend, she escaped, and she asked proofs that they deleted her profile. I don't think that average polite lady would have that much success there. I think that this aggressive pictures with the bikini would work better for that site. Maybe some men even know that and go to those sites by purpose, exactly to have some interactions, to have fun, but still you're paying for this fun. And I don't think that still it's mentally healthy for any man, to be involved. Um, so, okay, what else hacks I can share with you? What else tips I can share which I didn't mention yet about those sites? Okay, guys, as well, one more tip. If you think that you communicating with a good lady and you believe that she is real and that she personally communicating with you and she describing you all your life, in a very details, and it looks very realistic, as well, please just do a small favor for yourself. Create another profile from a fake email. Take this trial and just go and text to the same woman with any, invitation to the chat or to get know her. If she would reply to this man, that would be 100% uh, indicator for you that she's not serious. She's not serious to you. She's here just to communicate, to earn, to work, and so on. Very simple to check. So many tips exist to check that you being scammed, that they are not real, that they are fakes. Too many red flags exist. But still, the sites exist somehow, and if they exist, it's the only indicator that they receive the earning. Because if nobody would visit those sites and pay all these fees, of course they wouldn't be able even to work. No, any employee would work for free, not be able to pay bills, to eat, to buy food. So it means that from month to month they earning something, right? What do you think? Okay, guys, I would go to the chat to read your comments, and if you have any questions, you're welcome. Привіт, Ват. Привіт, Janочка. Yes, thank you. I have a quite few questions on quite a few of these websites, and on some of them I received thousands of emails in the span of several months. Uh-huh. Uh, yeah, this is an indicator that I wanted to say a joke to you, but okay. First of all, you're incredibly popular guy. Okay, you just blow out of mind thousands of girls. You see, but in reality, I know that this profile is fake and no picture, no avatar is there, and still thousands of women interesting to pursue. What? To date, to get married, to have 3 kids, happy family life, isn't they? Old man, no picture, no profile description. Yes, exactly. Juan Antonio, привет. Привет, Жаночка. You're looking beautiful as always. Thank you. No man wants to be scammed. Please help to identify the red flags of these people so we can stay away. You accept to hit on yourself. I know that you don't use in such sites and platforms, and yes, but obviously we need to help to those men, to those guys who still have a hope, take it seriously. And guys, oh my God, I had consultations with the guys who, not that old, ugly, or desperate. I can see in front of me, sitting on video, a man in his, like, maybe 45, 50 years old, very often, like I just trying to, to memorize some picture. Like a couple cases, what I have, serious guys, good looking, okay with work, and I can see how much harm they received, and they still, like, one man, he even wanted, to hire some, like, psychologist or psychotherapist exactly to receive some relief, because he said, I cannot believe that this woman, this girl who talked to me, she created such a lot of BS. It's in such many details. Like, what the hell she has inside her mind, her soul, to do this way? Because it's a real story. She described in so much details her everyday life, her things, what's going on. Like, I'm in Ukraine. We had some um, like some BS story about that. They have some terract there inside her city and so on. But and when you starting to open the eyes of those guys, like, look there, why you don't check this information? You can go just to Google search and to read, to check current news. Mm. And they starting like, oh wow, all real, yes, it's a bullshit. And even I don't understand even those scammers who starting to create their stories. We have nowadays a lot of real events, and like, I don't know why they even should. Or another example, at our UDTV group, we have a channel, guys. I would show you the short video at the end, Ukraine Dating.tv, here at YouTube as well, where just the average ladies from Ukraine sharing, some knowledge. It's educational channel, guys, for you to present our average Ukrainian women with their mindset, with their preferences, request, what they expecting from a man to start relationship with, what attracts our women, what they can do for relationships in relationships. You would see the difference between those scam sites and reality. And we explaining, most important, we explaining why we have that or that expectations, and why it wouldn't work. Something what, some wrong behavior, at least for our culture, yeah, why it won't work. And we have a Telegram group there, and one member from this group asking a question like, I communicating with the few ladies, one lady in Donetsk, another lady in Bakhmut. Guys, Bakhmut city destroyed completely, 100%, no stone on stone didn't left. Literally, if you would just go to Google Maps and mention this Bakhmut city, it's just burning land. And this scammer still explaining recently that she staying in a Bakhmut. I don't understand as well her motives, because any man who knows how to use Google can go and Google that. Why not to say another city? And she still would have her tough story. I mean, sometimes they are such miserable with their lie. It's such easy to check and to prevent all those things. I seriously cannot even get why. So that looks funny to me, of course. And when I can see those stories, just indoors, scammer, don't need to make even, huge, massive investigation to understand, to recognize that this woman just fake and want to take an advantage from guy. They asking for money, they bring in their tough story, they exchanging, some emails. Nobody using emails. It's not the way people communicating. People using WhatsApp, Telegram, Viber, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, Zoom, Skype as well. Nobody using anymore. Zoom usually people using for working meetings. So all these applications for which I mentioned above, uh, installed in every Ukrainian phone. Even kids have smartphones and all those applications. My daughter has this Viber and Telegram, yeah, to communicate with me, with all family members, with her friends, with everything, just in your phone. So, and as well, guys, one more tip from me for you about these tough stories when women staying in Ukraine, in that cities which are occupied. Guys, they don't have access to internet. They don't. That territories which are occupied, they don't have connection, even mobile connection, to call their relatives who can stay outside of this territory, just to say I am alive or I am fine or whatever. They have they are not allowed to escape from this area. Even, retired people, very old people, no harm. They cannot do anything. They just live and being occupied and no any internet. All they have is just constant news from Russia, which programming them and brainwashing that all the Ukraine already conquered and Kiev conquered, everything is under Russia and so on. So they being brainwashed that Ukraine lost capital and war and so on. Those people who stay in these challenging conditions, first of all young women, they could escape from, they were able to escape from this territory. Not that much young people left there. It didn't happen for some regions. Could happen in one day that people, staying inside against their will. But majority of people, it wasn't something like this war didn't happen in one day. Yeah, many people didn't believe were occupied temporary, but then they had access to escape. So majority of young population, of course, and many people, they escaped and moved to different countries or somewhere to other regions, more safe regions of Ukraine. And people who still stay in there, if even some young woman stay somewhere in Donetsk or Mariupol or whatever city which being occupied currently, guys, dating site would be the last thing what she would think about, to talk and to get know some guy with a romantic purpose. First of all, they are not allowed even to cross the border of her region. They being, occupied and just not allowed. Second, those people passing through incredible challenge of their life, and they live in a stressful conditions, and they worry for their lives that everything changing. No, any women would stay there and try to build any romance with the guys from overseas, especially without this opportunity to have regular access, access to internet and be able to even go for meeting. What the purpose for this woman to stay there? It's obvious scam, and many scammers using this just because, guys, you who don't know probably news that much, because information as well, big influencer, yeah, and big power. You not being informed that much, especially like too much things going on in general in the world, and you need to you focused on your own life, you leading probably local news in your country, your state, and to follow for events for some other country somewhere so far in the world. I don't think that you just able to do that and even have access to all this information, and that at least to all of the information. Yeah, probably you receiving some part news about events, but obviously not all. And you're just not aware, and you think, okay, Ukraine has a war right now, so you just know this piece of information, and your mind would help to build the rest when you would receive a letter from a woman that I am being occupied, I feel so bad, I want to help me to escape, to send me some money. Guys, can you imagine this system again, to send the money? If people being occupied and receiving this Western Union, for example, or MoneyGram, it's not possible how they would even serve this cash, how they can give the cash. If they would receive money to her bank account, like electronic transaction, uh, what she would do, how she can escape. Like for me it's even funny to explain, because you don't understand probably that doesn't matter. It's not money like you can just buy a train ticket or a bus ticket and just escape. She doesn't ask money for escaping, to that she not cannot afford a bus ticket. It's just being impossible to escape physically. Nobody, they, guys with the rifles staying on the borderline and just not allow you, and they would just return all people back. So they staying inside this region as prisoners. I mean, real people really staying on some territories, but not scammers, obviously. And to escape, so she cannot come. It's a real war, and those guards, they cannot receive this, like $500 or $1,000 bill, and she can buy your escape. No, guys, it doesn't work like this. So it's again BS, BS, BS all the time. Please don't buy these tough stories. Women who really suffering from the war, she wouldn't stay there at these dating sites. She wouldn't even think about this because it's not her major um, need right now. The major need of people, we need to leave our homes, our flats, everything what we, were able to earn during all our entire life, to find new working places at the new areas, because when people move in, not all people have remote work, and when you move in, you need to find new place for living. You need to take all your items, all your stuff as much as possible. Not all people even have cars, and many people have to move with evacuation with some uh, public transportation, to ask some people, whatever. Guys, it's a mess here. People don't think about any romantic communication. They think what they would eat tomorrow and where they would sleep tomorrow, which is very different. So don't buy this scam BS, please. Hello, hello, Bill. Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. Yeah, Jose Turk, hello everyone. Glad. Jana, last Wednesday you said you could find out with two questions if a girl is a scammer. Where are the two questions? Remind me one more time. I promised you to give these two questions, or I said that. Uh-huh. I think I understand. Uh, Okay, that would be that could be nice if you could ask me that moment when I had those questions in my mind. You see, it's a very like common description for me when I can see a woman. So as well, I when I can see a picture, how she treats herself, yeah, her look, her outfit. If I can see her profile, what places she taken those pictures. So pictures somewhere at during vacations at some expensive islands, and these pictures from fancy restaurants, especially at the bathroom. It's typical like behavior of such type of women. And two questions. I don't remember right now what I meant previous time, but it's very easy to recognize. And I mean, two questions, even not to ask directly a lady, some shit test questions. It's when I asking guys, my prospective clients here who reach to my consultation. When I'm talking to guys, for me, it's already visible from couple questions. So I'm asking, where did you meet this girl? And did you exchange personal contacts? Did she give her networks, and how often you communicate? And probably I meant something like that, but you caught me. Better you could ask this question previous live stream, and exactly those things which I meant I had in my head then. Yes, very often bikini photos. So you as well visited those sites. Fake profiles, insincere. Absolutely. It wouldn't be anything sincere, even when it would look like a very true story, but no sincerity, no any empathy there, guys. And this is very cruel. And the more you share about yourself, the more you feel in attachment and emotional connection. But you might understand that emotional connection working only both ways. It's impossible just from one side because it always will guarantee you a failure. Genuine women don't sell their bodies. That's true. That's true. So you see, every normal woman, when she would receive requests, can you please send some pictures in your bikini? Guys, I had such a case last month. Communication between our couple inside Match Guarantee. Communication between couple were ruined because it was some misunderstanding there, and a man asked pictures from her vacation. So a woman mentioned that she was at a vacation at some place, and he wanted to compliment to this woman, like, because she is slim, has a good body, and he wanted to compliment this way, and say something like, show me some pictures, I'm sure that you was a decoration at this beach or something. But for women it already was a hint, which was too early because it was first week just of communication. For women, and guys, we don't talking about spring chickens, these guys already 40 and 50 plus, okay? So it's not like, 18 years old lady who tried to stand for her pride because she's innocent. It's another case. It's exactly that women wouldn't even accept such type of communication when it's skipping steps and it is too early. And talking to a stranger, it still would be something private. And our ladies, normal ladies, would have really bad reaction when any man in personal communication, or especially through some middle person, some agency, would ask our private pictures. That's insane, seriously. And the woman, our fiance, she reacted very harsh. She said, "Okay, I think that we would finish our communication." It was such a stone in their communication, which already like very difficult to change impression of a man after such miscommunication. So it is as well warning for you guys, if you have communication with serious intentions, such kind of requests at least might be in time. It's not the only story I know, which I saw personally with my clients. Other things as well. Everything might be in time. And even if a woman has serious intentions to you, and serious intentions, of course, uh, including any physical contact, and when couple is already a real couple, you can exchange any kind of flirting and romantic and private pictures. Nothing wrong here, don't misunderstand me, please. But when you never saw each other and you just starting your communication, and more of that, when some agency asking you for some inappropriate pictures, inappropriate even at the bikini at the beach. Our women consider that our body is our like private, right? It's something private. And one thing is to be on the beach where all people around have the same vacation rest, and as well at their bikinis, bath suits, shorts, and so on. And another thing, when you need to share these pictures in bikini with someone, so it means that you kind of sharing your body, and it's very, I would say, private, even with bikini, not even topless, even with the bikini, with the bra and pants, it's still like quite intimate. So it's obviously not okay for our culture, such things. So yes, guys, genuine woman wouldn't sell her body. She wouldn't send you bikini pictures. She wouldn't send, especially to the agency, bikini pictures, because every normal woman would have a thought: are they trading my body? Are they selling my like hot-looking pictures to someone? That would be first thought in her head, of course. It was the same girl in the photos and videos she sent me. William Pors, hello. Hey, Jana. You're back, usual schedule. Yeah, we would be here every Wednesday, guys. Mm, the delay here, we had, some missed live stream, which might be regular here, just because we preparing this project. So this, not exactly this. Okay, but about these fake profiles at 99 top 99 scam sites. I would remind you can check the list of those profiles in the description to this video. So until we're preparing, it's a big amount of information, guys. You need to understand we need to do many things and to as well like not just to do but find the way how to show you. It would be exciting video, short video, which our video editor, created for you. So you would see all this. I'm sorry, can I say word sheet here? From inside, how it works. And it would be just something epic uh, to see how the system work. When you can see that as a side viewer, everything would be so obvious. And unfortunately, it's not that obvious when you just a participant inside. William, last stream Anastasia date wasn't really exposed. I can get more proof about them. You're welcome. You can contact me, I would show you. So this number 1604-998-8051. You can call, you can, as well at this number, we have our match guarantee WhatsApp. I have access to this WhatsApp account. You can send me your receipts. If you have anything, it would be just more proofs and receipts to our bucket, which we want to share. So you're welcome, William. That would be awesome. Thank you, Vatvat, yeah, for assisting. William, you remember in what stream you advised a guy to let your male order bride know that he already knew about the scam and to write her like a final email through the site. Okay, interesting. Guys, actually, my suggestion is not to try to prove anything to scammers. They know that they are scammers and they would never ever accept their fault. Like, well, you're right, I'm a scammer, sorry. They wouldn't say that. They would lie you till the end in front of you, in your eyes, with any email. And more of that, they would even send you, if they have your email, they from time to time will try to be attached to you. They would try to text you any to throw random email to check maybe you're ready, because when you build your mind, you escape the site. She lost a prospective client, but maybe in 1 month you would have some blue mood and would be ready, to communicate again. Rick, I had a 6 month chat, video chats with a profile that sent me over 3K. Oh, wow, that's a lot, including short videos. Rick, why you uh, can you please explain to me why you kept this communication? And it was on the site, right? And had you pay for those images, or she just they are for free and she sent those attachments just to keep your interest? That is. Insane. 6 months chat, video chat. I cannot understand, guys, how to have that long attachment. I would say that a real woman with real interest already would don't want this guy. In some cases, okay, it's not a rule, but in many cases, women would take this man like a man with a lack of actions, not serious guy, and wouldn't want to waste and invest your time into someone who is not serious, because 6 months is already too long. It is different story when you already met first time and had great connection and still being attached, and follow-up meeting can happen just in 6 months, just because your next vacation would be in 6 months. That I can understand. But to be attached to a person you never saw in reality 6 months, to have video chats, it's not about how it's in real life. Thank you so much, dearest Bill. Yes, thanks. Of course, she blocked you. Of course, they would keep their privacy. They doesn't need anyone who would annoy. It's exactly what I explaining. So, what kind of protection they need if they any guy they don't want in their list, would be able, uh, you know at networks even, they can make not block you, yeah, but make their content invisible, so you would still be a friend, but even can not be able to see her stories, her information, and so on. Heard from her after chat, sure. Isn't it a proof? uh, I hope this is sarcastic statement, just because by these scammers, guys, you cannot judge all Ukrainian girls. It's not fair. Okay, Rick, I gave these profiles 3 times a chance to meet. Always a fairly good reason for this not to happen. This site. Which site? Can you please mention the name of the site? The school line. In my opinion, all of those PPL sites are not real. Those ladies taking advantage of men should be ashamed. I mean, they should respect those countries helping with that war going on against Russia. Unfortunately, this is a very tough topic. You see, if she's not ashamed to take an advantage from a certain person, and sometimes these guys who are victims of scammers, they not always, that wealthy to provide their life on a good level. And some guys, being addicted and paying heavily and not always successful, with their lifestyle, and rejecting some goods in their life, not being in any vacations, and paying, or buying some probably gifts through these sites, or flowers or whatever, for 10 times more expensive. So they don't have shame and sorrow. Unfortunately, we cannot, force all people to be adequate and honest and good. Unfortunately, in all times, uh, all nations, all countries, all cultures, different centuries, always bad people exist who wanted to take an advantage from someone else. They just don't have this sorrow, these regrets, most of all. At least their life and opportunities in their life is more important than just to have pride and honor. So, charm date. Okay, thank you so much for feedback. I heard something as well about this charm date. Very familiar. Maybe it exists in 99 scam sites in this list. In my mind, I thought we could get a little closer after almost 1 year of writing, but she didn't like it, I think. Look, I already warned you almost 1 year ago. Uh, Please just respond to me. Give me an answer. Why you still staying in this communication? Didn't you still get that she is a fake profile? That she is a fake without any intention to communicate with you, to have you in her life. This is just a complete scam and fake. Some middle person talking to you to keep your communication, to keep you in this communication, to pay for this communication. This lady, even if you find TikTok of original profile, so she never would talk to you because this communication is completely for free for her. What a reason, what intention for her to reply to you in TikTok or any other platform out of the site? I don't Now I don't understand you why you still keep attached to this person, because me personally, I warned you minimum twice during my live streams at UDTV, but you're still there, and I believe that you're there not for free. It is impossible to stay on those sites and to have free communication. So make conclusion, please. And we doing exactly these live streams. This channel, guys, exists for you, to warn you, to prevent you this. Such a thing says enough about your real intentions. I am afraid a genuine Ukrainian lady will want to meet you as soon as possible. That's true, guys. If you see, um, like we don't have this being, our ladies not being cautious, like, oh, we just met online, so I need to know you closer, so probably in 1 month we can meet. No, guys, in reality, women would want to meet you in reality and to check and to understand everything for herself. The same day or the next day, it would be already okay. The only reason why ladies, waiting for time, and especially we at Match Guarantee suggesting, to communicate for a while, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, one month, to understand do you have any connection. Just because if you could have free teleporter to do this and be next to this woman, then it is fine. But still, you need to purchase flight tickets, which I believe from 11 to $1,500 round ticket, and stay somewhere in a hotel and so on. So just to respect you, woman would understand that she cannot demand you to come the next day, because uh, you are not familiar that much to do that, to invest that much even in your own flight tickets. Okay, so woman, just try to respect you and your money. Of course. Of course, I am laughing because it's one of the most popular scam sites. What I can see from clients which used dream singles in the past, never were successful and spent a good few $1,000, for this communication, even for uh, trips to Ukraine before the war, and never met anyone quality there. Yeah. Rick always was weird where they would be forgiven when I would become invisible for them, then return to talk. Rare, re- the reaction was never as I would have reacted. As angry, they would be so forgiving and keep up talk. Oh yes, oh yes. This is, by the way, thank you so much. This is a great point. I would say that if you would do the same hack in reality, the same type of behavior, woman would be offended and skip you, because she would take it personally. If you would ghost a woman, you had few days of nice communication, 1 day, 1 week of nice communication, you flirting, you try to get know each other, you have funny connection, and then you just busy, you know, and then you showed up again. For women, it immediately would show that you don't have any special interest to her, no serious intentions, and so on. So this woman already would ban you into this spam bucket, something like that. Woman wouldn't take this guy seriously just because she feel herself that she is not being treated seriously. Absolutely. And they would be always glad to talk to you like nothing happened. Oh, you're here again. I'm so glad. No, she is not glad. Real woman would be offended. She would think that you a bad guy who treat you poorly. So great point, Rick. Thank you so much. William, some hard latent scamming sites will sell you the lady's contacts, then send you first her first name, then a made up last name, or simply not last name at all. Of course, because if you would have her last name, not always a case, but in some cases you can find her networks, and of course they don't need that. And I believe that those scammers who play in this game after they allow their communication out of sight, I believe that this woman even would have a separate SIM card to communicate exactly with her victims. And it might be separate from her personal life, because guys, believe me, they have their private life out of you. You are just work for them. Oh my god, you're such a naive. No, she didn't give you her aunt number. I can see what you want to add something on the screen. Am I correct?
Hi, yeah, I wanted to show something to Kuse because this is taking too long.
Yeah. You're welcome. I will wait. You can put me on the background.
No, we can just do it like this. So, Kuse, hello, first of all, to everyone. I'm what. I'm not going to show my face right now because I'm only sharing this quickly. As you can see, these are all from Dream Single 4 times in, well, 2 days, right? Earlier, when I looked at Dream Singles, when it was brought up, this was on the first page, and right now it's on page 7. So, Kuse, please do not go back to that site. It's a complete scam. It's not worth your time, it's not worth your money, and all these women, they're all fake.
Very beautiful women.
Oh,
My God,
yes,
you're so
absolutely.
popular. Oh, you can choose
Yeah.
any beauty you want. Oh my God, I'm jealous.
Look at all of these women. So
Uh,
yes, all of these,
are you
all
trying to
fake
show? Are
profiles.
you trying to show off?
I'm just skimming through it quickly. Page 7. So as you can
Sure,
see, they're
sure.
still look all the same profile. She's either very desperate or I'm just very popular with this lady. I mean, every day, almost multiple times a day as well. And I will just show my. Where do I show it? It's home, I think. I don't know, honestly. I'm not familiar with this site. Yeah, so no photo whatsoever, and I'm getting tons of messages. So please do not go on this site, Kuse. Save yourself the time, save yourself the emotional turmoil, save yourself the money. Jana, thank you for letting me on.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing this information with guys and show exactly this the screen. Guys, this what you just recently saw, it's exactly what we're preparing for you. It is just a part, small part of information, what we like doing, what we're going to share with you. It's not all, it's just one piece. Okay, nice, you have fun from me. Because how else I can claim what they type in? Oh my God, guys, when I'm reading or can listen stories from my clients, what kind of stories they share in those slate beautiful, amazing ladies from those sites. Just my eyes rolling because what else can I say? Like they living in Bakhmut city. Yeah, exactly. They can do random whatever. It is very true. Just because nowadays doesn't exist this type of communication at all. It's something from previous decades. And to charge for every letter, guys, with all the modern technologies, I'm talking to you in a real time life right now, and we have plenty of free applications and more different tools in these applications to make this connection with all people we really want to talk with our family members, with our the closest one, with our friends. We can support this connection on distance. You can send video recordings. You can send these, circles with the short video messages, like voice messages, to do calls. Even with the time difference, it's still we can be available, at certain time spots during a day to make this connection happen. So letters, nope, letters were in 19th century when people didn't have other way to contact, and they used as well horses to deliver those letters, real paper letters, right? But we live in a different century with the different opportunities, and this paper letter just the major indicator that this site is fake, and none of real serious minded woman would not waste your time for receiving letters from strangers. No, we need right now to know indoors that you are a normal looking, average, adequate man, and we don't need this communication for 6 months and more and up and up. Rick, another thing to send emails in quotes, but address would always never work. A thing to make it seem real, of course. Of course. That's clear as a day. I agree. What else can I say, guys? I completely support you, and I heard plenty of heartbreaking stories, and that's why we're trying to show the difference. Mm. No, but what comment I think, William, you misunderstood. What mean real Ukrainian women? Because they mentioned that Ukrainian ladies are weird, and what replied to him that real Ukrainian woman would want to meet as soon as possible. And I already gave this comment a little bit earlier. Yeah, they were pointed out a few times, and I, as a Ukrainian woman, I can confirm this information that every serious woman would want to meet, to check in reality. Should she invest her time in this certain guy? Nobody want to stay single. It's not the goal for a woman, especially if she is single and reach to any side. She don't want to stay there forever and to waste her golden years of her life, to stay, then to probably start talking. Maybe that this communication would be 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. How much she need to stay single to support this connection? She need to know indoors, are you human or not? It's possible to meet somewhere else, and I even don't believe that all those cameras they still in Ukraine. Juan Antonio, I'm reminded of the phrase, it is sounds too good to be true. It probably is. If a man is not delusional, he will recognize red flags immediately. Right, to recognize those red flags, we're trying at least to mention to pop up these red flags so you would know, right? That's exactly the very only reason them being there and giving those pictures. Can you guys even imagine how much admirers and pursuers they have in reality, even if no one serious, for her, but still she would have plenty of options. Look at what just recently showed to us. Incredibly beautiful women. Do you really think that they um, need to come here for what? Where are their actions? Of course, they being paid. William, to Kuze, exactly Ukrainian women themselves will try to delay you meeting them. Ukrainian women already in Europe, maybe yes, but still in Ukraine, I doubt it. Many women return back to Ukraine, some of them even never escaped. So they can be in Ukraine, guys. Not all Ukraine in the war, still many regions which are being affected, but not all, please. I'm right now here in Ukraine. I give you first experience information. Uh, who staying in Europe, it's as well like, can you imagine when you're forced to live abroad, when it's not like your decision when you was prepared for this. Women were forced to move, to relocate to other country and to live their low quality life and more than 2 years. It is very difficult. Many women return back to even quite dangerous areas. I'm one of those women, so it can be true. But for women, still, if she like not occupied, okay, if she not at occupied territory, if she stays somewhere in Kiev, Kiev is well protected. So yeah, sometimes some missiles can happen or pieces of the missile can be harmful for people. But Kiev is so big, few million people living there still. Uh, and many women still there, living regular life, working, going to the gym. Yes, we have curfew at night and we are not allowed to go outside. And but many women still there. And western part of Ukraine not affected with the war at all. Economically, yes, but physically they are safe. Again, up to depends on the region. There are even some cities which doesn't have curfew, so very close to the Western Europe borderline, like such cities as I think Ivano-Frankovsk, not Lutsk, but oh my God, what is city? I forgot. Okay, so close to the border, they even don't have a curfew. They live in simple life, no sirens there. So it's very different. Ukraine is a big country and another part is safe. So many women still can be, of course, and they will want to meet, but every woman as well understand responsibility, and it would be absolutely appropriate if you would meet, if she would offer or she would agree on your invitation to meet at a nearby country, anywhere in Europe. But Adanechka, that is a part of the problem of these scams. A lot of foreigners don't know much about what is happening in Ukraine or have some knowledge, but not enough about every region. So scammers, yeah, that's what I told. So scammers can take advantage of this with the men that are not aware of the areas of these areas. That's exactly what I mentioned. Those they exactly taking an advantage and telling you any of the bullshit. But if you don't receive news, it's not something which popping up at your feed or you can easily see at the TV at the daily news. At least you can have a suspicion. You're talking to a woman who says, I am there or there. Just go on the map, yeah, check the news, like this region, because it's already might be curious for you if you're talking to a woman and all the world knows that Ukraine has a war. So if you would talk to me, Jana, which city you located in? I'm located in Sumy city. Oh, it's so close to the border. Is it safe there? Like, well, like, and so on. Not to check anything, kind of naive, just naive. Rick, there will never be pictures of the families, mom, dad, brothers, sisters. Oh, they are shy, don't like to take pictures. Wow. Yeah, they protecting their privacy to a certain extent. But in fact, if we would talk about women in general, if real woman with the serious intentions has serious connection with you, so of course it's not a problem to share about your family pictures. Yes, we mentioned this information as a red flags, as tips, of course. So you as well need to understand the time difference between your place and what the time is in Ukraine. And if you can see that some woman online chatting with you at 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, that might be suspicion to you. Absolutely. Thank you for helping me with the tips. I brought this information at previous streams. I would remind one more time, guys, you might understand that it's nothing normal like woman doing this on a regular basis. Can you imagine yourself, yeah, to stay up that late, especially if she has working shift in the morning? It's almost impossible. It can be possible, for example, one time, from time to time, all of us can have some problems with the sleep, yeah, and she can wake up in the middle of the night, I don't know, some worries, some sirens, whatever, and she cannot fall asleep anymore. That can happen, but that would be an exception, and usually the person would tell the exception, like, why? If I had, I don't know how often, not often at all, if I am at very early time or in the middle of the night, stay at some messengers or at my networks, then usually my closest friends asking me, Jana, why you was in the middle of the night that late, like couldn't fall asleep or something. So they would ask me, and it's like it can be just a temporary issue, but obviously not something what person would do on a regular basis, because she need to trap her victims. She need to be available on chats because it's the only time frame when she can catch guys after they are working shift somewhere in the United States, right? It would be very, very late, I would say even early in the morning during the night. So if this woman working as a lawyer, teacher, nurse, whoever, of course she cannot work all day and then not sleep all night and every day in a row. So would be a red flag, absolutely. If it would be something accidental, just one time can happen, but not something like she today in the chat and tomorrow in the chat and 1 week ahead she again in the chat. Guys, use your brain to think as well. What information you receive, what you see indoors, and what information you receive, and just do 2 plus 2 math, and everything would be so easy figure outable. I cannot say that many, William. I'm not agree. At least I don't have such pictures, and my friends at my network, no, my networks as well. Like some of them, it's up to personality, to the status and lifestyle, but usually not. I cannot agree. Usually, women with great bodies, if they are in relationships or have family, they usually wouldn't post just because it's not appropriate. And many single women wouldn't share such things as well, just because, again, it's too much private and it looks more like a woman tried to sell herself, her body. Depends. Especially if they have, open profile when any stranger can see. I don't think it's appropriate. Not prepaid for all of them. I was not aware of these scams at this time. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Yannick, hi. You almost not visiting UDTV, but here you show up from time to time. Glad to see you, man. By the way, you can ask Yannick. You see, just the same follower as you guys, just a viewer here, and he has experience, personal experience with Ukrainian women met in person. Yeah, so you can ask how typical is this. Yannick, can you share, please? I would have a personal question to you. If you're still here online, can you share, please, how soon women ready to meet with you in person? Mm-hmm. The last minute there was a crisis and had to cancel. Of course, charm date, yeah. You know that everything in our life, what can happen, you can prove. Sometimes any kind of extraordinary situation, of course, can happen to any of us. But first, uh, it's not what ordinary exactly some exception. It's not a rule that it would happen in a row a few times, right? And second, of course, you can prove that you really had something, and it should be decent receipts. Yeah, me too, Yannick. Me too. Interesting. William 11, 1500 round trip. Although you could find cheaper tickets certain times of the year, like for 800, but that was before the invasion. We're not talking about Ukraine. It's tickets to Europe. This is first. Ukraine's airport closed and our sky is closed and not possible to fly to Ukraine. So you can get only to Germany, Poland, maybe some other countries, Moldova, nearby countries, Ukraine using for any flights. And we don't recommend to go to Ukraine at all, even to safe regions, guys. Some still doing, but better not to. And women can go to cross the borderline, which is not a problem for women, and you can meet at some safe area. If to do wise, if to book tickets ahead, yeah, first of all, you need to have good experience in traveling here to be able, and then to be lucky, of course, to find, to search. And if you already have this communication with a woman and you need to hunt for these sales, it can take time and Another like tips I have for you, but it's not for this channel. It's not an option, okay? You need to be lucky and to hunt and to wait. So you would be a prisoner of these dates. So good to have them, or probably to be lucky to do that purchase, but it's not a regular option which you can just go and anytime receive. So yeah, can be almost double cheaper. That's good news. Hello, Stefan. Hi, hello, Jana. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I have missed most of this broadcast, but only just in from work. Okay. Oh, Porfirio as well here, regular. Hello, Jana, and everybody. Cool. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, cool. You see, so what the purpose then to communicate there? They would make a digital marriage for their customers or what? Thomas, I'm glad to see you, man. If that profile can get such responses, then it means I would have a chance too. This is sarcastic comment, and I would say wrong or bad advertisement, mm, like bad advice, not naughty advice. Okay, you obviously would have, but the thing is, Thomas, unfortunately, as I mentioned before, even young good looking guys, it's not a guarantee, absolutely not a case that it would work. It's not like they, uh, treating guys based on their appearance. No, the main goal there is exactly to scam you, to take an advantage, to trap you into communication. So doesn't matter how you look like. That is exactly what we're trying to prove. Obviously, you would receive the same thousands of emails and invitations to the chat, but more important, that from all these invitations, you would meet zero women and zero success. Mhm. Guys, trying to check the comments already more than 1.5 hours of stream. Yeah, but you see as well, those pictures, guys, you cannot imagine how much Photoshop they use and they have as well. So, of course, those ladies, they are really beautiful. But at the same time, we would share in upcoming live streams exactly the way what programs they using, and they changing some face features in very natural way. So they look nice, plus they use in Photoshop, and of course they're super very attractive. All of them like just stands there. Share with me, please. What does it mean? Mm-hmm. Please, Rick, contact me and share with me the name of the lady. I would explain to guys. It can be just in the two cases. First case, pictures could be stolen, yeah, from networks, from whatever, if the profile is open and can be used. Second, if a woman really reach to any scam sites, we do in check and vetting our ladies. We're vetting them indoors before they can sign up with our agency, and a couple times during a year we check in the things. Usually we don't have, I never say never. Usually we don't let such type of women who able to be scammers to reach to match guarantee. But if anything changed, yeah, if person whatever could change in their lives, if they really using other sites and they are scam sites and they really involved in that, please let us know. We would just delete these ladies from our database and never deal with any low quality people. Okay. Oh my God, Porfirio, are you serious? Oh my God, $200. I was afraid that it's different amount. Okay, but still, yeah, not a big harm. Mhm. Can be some. We had such cases. The thing is, exactly, we had such cases, and our woman, she fighted with those sites to remove, to delete her profile, and wasn't successful for a long time. So yeah. Do you have to look like a Chad to get noticed by Ukraine women on their local dating apps? Uh, why Chad? It's some maybe expression which describe a nice looking guy. And local dating app, not all women as well exist on them. Again, guys, you should understand that every dating site and any platform keeps certain quality of people as men as well women. So at Match Guarantee, I know that we vet in women and we vet in men as well. Not every man can become a client. Not every man can afford. Not every man who doesn't have serious intentions and intention to go to visit this woman in reality. So if no, like we cannot help such men, and we honestly tell this to guys during our consultations. So women who reach into us, they know that they would deal with the quality men with a serious mindset who ready for actions. At local dating applications, guys, usually it's hookup uh, applications, hookup tools. So serious women wouldn't go there, especially like for young generations. Probably it still can be appropriate. I don't think that any woman who is in her 40s or 50s would use like Tinder or something else. So it wouldn't be helpful. Ted, I'm glad to see you as well. Hello, man. Hi, Jana. I got caught because I wanted to believe so bad. Then thought I was smart enough to mess with them. I was smart enough to mess with them. But just to avoid, as yes, they won't admit they are scammers. No, never they would admit. They would till the end try to prolong this communication as much as possible. Still, every time she even say excuses, you still paying to read her letters or to use the chat, and she would try to convince you, no, I'm innocent, I'm angelic lady. Yannick, we do, Match Guarantee do. We necessarily check in the passport to be sure about her marital status and her real name and second name. So those scam sites, of course, they don't, but we doing. William, Jana, on last comment. I'm writing to a girl who says moved out to Poland for about a year, but then went back to Kiev, and she is still there, but says she is worried. She seems honest. Of course, it depends where you met a woman. I mean, this story, what you described me so briefly, of course, it is possible that she moved to Poland. Then it's obviously more expensive to live abroad, and especially to rent apartment. uh, like it is challenging, and yeah, she could return back to Kiev, and in Kiev, I would say almost normal life, almost, guys, but not always the case. And from time to time exist people who were killed or injured because of missiles, because of drones. And even if we can shoot, they have very good protection system, but the pieces of the rocket or of drone can still hurt and damage civilian buildings. And you never can predict when it would happen on the sky above the blocks, houses. So it's still risky. You can drive a car, go to the grocery store, or just peacefully sleep in at home and still can be killed or injured. So of course she can have worries. And what they do, and they as well shooting for infrastructure object like electricity stations, for that information as it is can be true, but it doesn't shows is this woman with the serious intentions to you or not. It depends on where you're communicating with her, and is she ready to escape from, if it is on any side, is she ready to escape from the site and to start personal communication with you, do sharing pictures, do video chats, and you know discuss personal meeting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, guys, just try to use your brain, as I told. This core line. I was on site once, and at the chat on profile, the lady was using two names, Anastasia and Oksana. Wow, insane. Mm, it's not impossible, but honestly, I don't know any person, any who has these two names. It's not common at all, and especially like who will and especially two absolutely separate names. No, I think that they're some weird story. Okay. Again, naughty advice. No, we need to find out what the woman, if we have a bad apple or some person turned to bad apple, we need to know. We would filter that, you can follow it, you would see, and we can investigate. Okay, we would find the truth in the if she existed as scam sites by purpose, as I explained to you before. I don't really believe that good women can exist on those scam sites, just because some suspicions might be. So do you really need such kind of contacts? Wiki, hi, haven't been back in a while. Yes, so some women photos have been photoshopped too well that when you meet them in person, you will be disappointed. I have been there before. Guys, right, right. And the programs can change nose shape, lips shape. Some, lady stays without makeup, and the program would add a professional make on her face, and it would look like very. So it's not that type of Photoshop which was, 10, 15 years ago, when people, did something very like painting. It's different type already, different tools, different applications, so you understand the difference. And yeah. Okay, guys. Mm, almost finished. Rick, Jana, I was thinking this person I found on your side had her images used for their scams. But she wouldn't know who I am due to not having real communication. Just mm, I have a personal request to you, Rick. Can you please contact to our WhatsApp number and show me the picture of the lady, and I would contact um, to our CEO, to our matchmaker. We will find out this lady, investigate the situation, and understand what is going on. Really? Do you think they provide in free photo shooting? Like we don't do this, for example. Mm-mm. Then they can't get rid of their profile after they leave the agency after finding a guy, and still the agency use the lady's photo with them knowing. Wow, that's something I didn't know. You see, I'm learning with you guys as well. Yeah, in Ukraine, like, I mean, it's not illegal, but it's not cultural as well, so I don't think so. At least not that combination, two just separate names. Thank you. Okay, yes, I'm glad it was cheaper there, but she and her translator had 4 drinks, a starter, a main, and 2 desserts each person. And there was some other meal that I didn't order by my bill. Was pissed. Wow, I guess it was in Ukraine at that kind of place what they recommended to you. And of course, these places will charge in something from victims and trying to take an advantage. I believe that such stories, like Matt sharing, you can actually prove that you didn't order that and you wouldn't be scammed, but they exactly take advantage from that you are a foreigner, and for you it would be more difficult to have problems to discuss, to call police, to explain everything, and so on. So unfortunately, this is an indicator that it is an obvious scam. She is not just different from her profile pictures, but they have translated and all the story. Okay, for me, understandable. Took you for a ride. Yeah, guys, I'm glad you have fun together. We have almost 2 hour stream here. Come on, it's not gone. I will meet you next Wednesday. Waiting for update. Thank you for your all great question, guys. Thank you for sharing your information. By the way, as well, to the end, I want to advertise that on Sundays I would be here with you for questions and answers. So please collect all your good questions and all your experiences. You would be welcome. I would put StreamYard link, and if you want to share your experience, any you have, you are welcome. It would be very helpful for guys. If you don't want to show your face, probably we can figure out this as well. You probably we will let you, to be just a voice. We will see. So yeah, meet you. Not sure. Subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like this video. I'm working here for you, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye.